Hey, my friends, and welcome back to Plant Power Unleashed. Today, we're talking about the sugar trap, how sweetness became our silent killer. If you ever felt like staying healthy takes superhuman effort, you're not wrong. You're swimming upstream against a system designed to keep you too tired, too busy, and too confused to fight back. Today's episode is about something we've all tasted, all craved, and for many of us, something we have been trapped by. You are not weak, you are wired. If you're ever felt out of control around sugar, it's not because you have no discipline. It's because your brain is responding exactly how it was designed to respond. We're talking about sugar, the sweet thief that has quietly become one of the most destructive addictions in our communities. Now, I know when I say sugar, you might think of candy bars and cakes, but I'm here to tell you sugar is hiding everywhere, literally, in your bread, in your pasta sauce, in your healthy yogurt, even in your salad dressing. And here's the truth. Sugar has been silently fueling diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and mood disorders for decades. So today, I want to pull back the curtain. We're going to talk about why sugar is so addictive, how it damages the body, and most importantly, how you can break free without feeling deprived. This is not just about food, this is about freedom. There was a time in my life where sugar was my comfort. After a stressful day, I reached for ice cream, cookies. When I needed to stay awake, more sugar. When I was sad, a piece of cake felt like a hug. But here's the thing, sugar didn't just taste good, it kept me stuck. I rush, then crash. I feel guilty. I feel tired, and still the next day I reach for it again. The same cycle, rush, crash, and feeling guilty. One day I realized this wasn't just a habit, it was control. It had me in chains that I couldn't break free from. But when I started cutting out sugar, I went through the withdrawals, headaches, fatigue, moody. That's when it hit me. This is an addiction, not just a craving. But the moment I replaced sugar with fruit, minerals, and true living foods, everything shifted. My energy came back, my skin cleared, and my mood stabilized. And I realized sugar wasn't my comfort, it was my trap. But today, I want to break down what sugar does in your body and why it's so hard for us to quit. Sugar spikes your blood sugar fast. One moment you feel energized, and then you crash. That crash triggers hunger and cravings, and you reach for more. Sugar feeds the bad bacteria and yeast in your gut. That bloat, that brain fog, that constant craving, that's your microbiome being hijacked. Sugar fuels inflammation, which is at the root of almost every disease: arthritis, skin conditions, and autoimmune issues. One of the biggest is sugar lights up the same pleasure centers in the brain as addictive drugs, such as cocaine. This is why it feels like just one bite is never enough at times. Sugar triggers a dopamine rush, a brain chemical that signals pleasure and reward. Your brain learns sugar equals happy and wants more over time. The brain needs more sugar to get the same pleasure hit. And lastly, every time you eat sugar, your body has to pull magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins just to process it. Over time, this leaves you deficient, which is tired, anxious, and craving more sugar. I coach a group of my friends that a lot of us were pre-diabetic and some people had diabetes. We decided to do a 21-day sugar detox. At first, we were frustrated, headaches, cravings, mood swings, starting and restarting. But by week 2, something amazing happened. We all started sleeping better. One of my friends' joint pain disappeared. Another said, I haven't seen my blood sugar low in years. By the end, we were all glowing, smiling, full of life, feeling electric. And it wasn't because they found a magic pill. It was because we cut out white sugar and discovered our body's ability to heal. I want us to pause and truly get real for a moment. I want us to think, how much sugar are you eating daily? Not just in sweets, but in drinks, breads, and processed foods. Be honest with yourself. Most people underestimate. I know I did when I first started evaluating my daily intake. I was shocked. There was a season when I do great all day, then at night eat a half a box of cookies and feel terrible in the gym the next morning. But I worked it off. Once I learned about dopamine, blood sugar spikes, and cortisol, I stopped blaming myself and started building meals and routines that supported me. How do you feel after eating sugar? You shouldn't feel tired, bloated, and craving more. Do you feel energized? And number three, what emotions do you run to sugar for? Like stress relief, comfort, reward. This is where sugar becomes less about food and more about self-soothing. Cravings aren't just physical, they're emotional. Stress in the body wants comfort. Boredom means your brain wants stimulation. Celebration, your heart wants joy. Sadness, your soul wants soothing. Sugar isn't just about making us tired, it's killing us slowly. Diabetes, entire families are being wiped out by preventable diseases because of sugar addiction. I'm sorry, but I hate seeing this when we can make other substitutions that better for us and taste even better. Cancer, cancer cells feed on sugar. It's their favorite fuel. You have to remove all sugar. And then when we get to heart disease, more sugar means more artery damage. And mental health, sugar crashes mimic depression and anxiety symptoms. It's deep, family. And here's the hardest truth. Our children are being targeted. Cereal boxes, candy commercials, kids snack loaded with sugar. Company knows that if they hook kids early, they create lifelong customers. But we don't need lifelong sugar customers. We need lifelong healthy children. This is generational. This is legacy work. Now let me ask you again, what cycle of sugar addiction have you seen in your family? I know for me, for example, it could diabetes, obesity, and emotional eating patterns. How would it feel to be the one who breaks that cycle? For me, it feels like freedom, like lifting a change off my lineage. But it's heavy at times. This week, I want you to do, I want you to start off with coconut yogurt or kamut, chia seeds, plus berries to keep your blood sugar steady. I want you to replace pop and soda with cold pressed juice or coconut water. Replace candy with dates. You can stuff them with peanut butter, walnuts, caramel, and sprinkle dried coconut flakes. And I'm telling you, that's the best Snickers. Or fresh fruit. We have to keep adding our minerals like sea moss, burdock root, yellow dock, sarsaparilla, leafy greens daily to reduce cravings. And frozen grapes are good too. Every time a craving hits, take a 5-minute walk if you can, or drink a cup of tea before you grab sugar. For me, I always keep healthy snacks when a craving comes up. Give yourself natural sweetness daily so you don't feel deprived. Make better sweets with whole ingredients so you can enjoy them mindfully. We are not controlled by cravings. We are free. We choose foods that heal, not foods that harm. That's it for today's episode, my friends. Sugar doesn't have to control you. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are free. Share this with someone you love because together we can break this trap. And as always, stay rooted, stay rising, and I'll see you in the next episode.